Good evening, beautiful people. I'm Desdemona.
And I'm Terrazzo.
We bring you another chapter of Texts from Last Night. As you know, Texts from Last Night are Saturday morning cartoons for Friday night party people. Tonight's episode is Spring Break, direct from Hellmouth Poli-Sci in Hellmouth, California.
Odies, you slay me with you Schadenfreude.
Let's get on with it. Remember when we were mad at her for brining her mom on spring break? She just won the wet t-shirt contest. I think we owe her an apology.
Just woke up in a hotel next to a 38-year-old mom who's married. I think spring break has started.
Some girl next to me in class is making a list of what to pack for spring break, and it was a normal list until she put birth control in all caps with stars around it.
I can only imagine the horrible things my future wife is doing on spring break right now.
Professor came back from spring break missing a tooth.
Idea. Have a jello shot stand, opposed to lemonade stand, to raise money for spring break.
I just looked at all of our spring break pictures. There's a guy getting a blowjob in the background of the ones on the beach.
The boy next to me on the plane handed me a shot glass, then a Percocet, and told me to have a good week off. Hello spring break.
Then he said, "Your boobs looked so much bigger on Girls Gone Wild."
You know how I know it's spring break. I just passed a car with South Padre bound, shoe polished on the back. The driver was blatantly drinking a roadie and getting roadhead.
Spring break forecast, sunny with a chance of shit show.
She has tattooed to her hips, grip here. This is why they made spring break.
Let's get her a shirt that says, "I went to Key West for spring break and all I got was this illegitimate child."
Is it illegal to masturbate in an airport?
It's spring break, I'm sure it's okay.
Married on the beach in PCB while blackout drunk. Bonged beers on the sandbar for a bachelor party. They shotgunned beers at the end of the vows. How is spring break allowed to happen?
People were autographing me. I'm like the spring break yearbook.
You graduated 2 years ago. You can't keep using spring break as an excuse.
Hypothetically speaking, is it slutty or smart to buy Plan B before we go on spring break so I don't have to get it in Mexico?
This is a Nax-laced vodka tonic will help me forget that all these spring breakers are all young enough to have been my students.
So, there you have it. Thanks again for joining us in another episode of Texts from Last Night. All texts are authentic and have not been modified from their original formatting. This has been brought to you courtesy of D&L Holistic Industries, Dr. Casino Bingo, and Offshore Vacuum Party Ltd. Prepaid legal services provided by Bucky Cabal III. Production services by the Assist Teens. Music by Naught Show Slut. If you are offended or feel abused, you will adjust. Good night.